The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
All right, Bucklebomb Entertainment Faithful. It's a show that we kept putting off because, the more you wait, the juicier it gets. But we're finally here to talk about something big today. You've got me, you've got Orlando, and you've got DMC Grizzle coming out of the woodwork today.
It's very important.
Yeah. Very, very important.
It's important that I be here today. And it's important that y'all are here today.
The story, every major, minor wrestling news outlet is talking about, even some of the big, national news networks are covering for various reasons. Vince McMahon has effectively retired. The day we thought we'd see his funeral the same day as his retirement, but here we are. What are your guys' initial thoughts?
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I know, right? Like, I think everybody has said all over the world that if Vince McMahon ever steps down, it's for him to die. So for this to come in 2022, I was expecting it was like in 10 years or something, but
what a wild ride overall for the McMahon family this year. Shane gets fired effectively right after the Royal Rumble. Triple H, heart issues, steps away from all his responsibilities, pretty much losing NXT, which became the end of the black and gold era as we knew it. Stephanie McMahon stepped down. We heard, a lot of rumblings about how she wasn't doing a good job. And now here we are. Stephanie's co-CEO. Triple H is back in control of creative. No word on Shane yet if he's coming back, but, probably not, at least not anytime soon.
Well, the story is that was said on Fightful that Vince told everybody that Shane will never get a pop again as long as that he's in charge.
I mean, he's not in charge anymore, so we'll see.
But we don't even know the relationship between Shane and Stephanie. So, we heard rumblings that they had a rocky relationship, but anyways.
I can't imagine what it's like to be part of that family. Imagine being even distantly related to them. And having to, because you got 5 friends that know about it and they're going to ask you all the time, what were they like when they were kids? And it's such a wild thing that they do that's a reality show, but not a reality show. That
People are comparing this to Succession, and now I want to see the show.
Yeah. I want to see it in a month. This past the episode they showed last night was apparently written and approved by Vince last Thursday, or it was written by whoever wrote it and then he approved it. So we didn't really see, the post-Vince era last night. It's going to take a minute, obviously.
Well, no. First and foremost, a script that actually went through and never got ripped the day of. So that's a first.
Right. Well, he didn't have time. He usually rips it up the day of.
That's what I'm saying. So Triple H, he just went with it. And then, so.
It was an early night for the writers.
Exactly. They're just our script went through. Oh, my goodness. So that means there is change.
Yeah, can you imagine how the writers feel?
Of course. They probably are partying. They probably having...
I would hope that a bunch of them still get fired. I don't think you need that many writers. But, I want the good ones to stick. I'm not saying I want anyone to lose their job. But,
no.
Maybe they could get repositioned. Or, I don't think you need that many writers. Yeah. Hope you all keep your job.
Well, supposedly they said a report they were supposed to do a scripted show. WWE's supposed to do a scripted show, so maybe they'll have some writers for that.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of different things. I still want, secretly in my mind, I want Heyman to write Raw and I want Triple H to write SmackDown. And because if you are going to make them separate shows and separate brands and everything, have separate writers. That's the only way to make it two different feels. And I can't think of 2 more different writing styles than Triple H and Paul Heyman. So
exactly,
that would be a good way to delineate the shows from one another. But I don't think that Paul would ever be in charge of an entire show, but I hope that he has a lot of input and they use him that way, because right now he's just on screen talent and he's way too smart to not be using all that brilliant extreme information that's going on inside of his head.
Yeah. But we have to go through the timeline and how this all transpired, because everything happened so quickly. So, like, first we heard about an alleged, affair that he had. Of course, Vince didn't do much. Then, of course, he had to step down and gave his daughter, like, being an interim. So I was like, oh, they're going to probably brush it off. And then they found out that it was more than just one affair. Then it was a former wrestler and other workers. And then, of course, he had to now, like, he still was away, but, he was about to return, da-da-da-da. And then all of a sudden we found out that he used money to pay off these people. I was like, oh, so now what? And then, of course, he just goes ahead and does a Twitter, which I'm still in shock he knows how to use Twitter. And he just announces his retirement. And everybody's like, wait, what? This can't be real.
Didn't seem real.
Probably use an intern to write that statement. That's what
I'm sure.
Twitter.
Oh, of course, yeah. And then, and then, of course, congratulations to Nick Khan that he went through the whole McMahon family. That man came in 2 years. Took him 2 years.
Nick Khan, more like Shao Kahn.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. It's just like, it's amazing. Like, and
Khan's destroying the McMahon family from all angles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. It's just amazing just to see. And it's just like, but let's give Stephanie McMahon her flowers. She is now the chairwoman, first ever chairwoman, and co-CEO of WWE. So,
yeah. Hopefully, it'll bring that spark back to the women's division that got me back to watching the WWE product in the first place. I mean,
a lot of people were saying, "Oh wait, Vince is gone. Oh, let me now start watching WWE Raw, maybe SmackDown too. Maybe some NXT." They just got a bump in the ratings for Raw this past Monday. So
it could be the greatest month ever. Like, all of a sudden, Bailey comes back. I've been missing Bailey, and maybe she can come back as old school Bailey, and we can have the Bailey buddies, and everyone's be happy.
Well, I don't know about that. I like heel Bailey though.
I do too. I like her. I like Bailey however you give her to me. Bailey rules.
But then we lose Ding Dong Hello as well if we go back to old Bailey.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you could do that as a babyface though.
Exactly.
I mean, she could pull it off.
Yeah. She could do it like in a promo to one of the heels. Be like, "Ding Dong Hello, I'm right here." But Sarah, what say you? You haven't really said much about this. Like, how do you feel?
I mean, it's just it's shocking to see all this happening. They didn't get the reports today of the thoughts are also coming about how many talent that have left now may come back who aren't signed anywheres, i.e. Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, Candice LeRae, Bray Wyatt could return. Even some people from AEW now, they're just like, oh, now there's a chance that I could be a top star in WWE. Like Adam Cole. Adam Cole loved working with Triple H. And Triple H loved working with Adam Cole. So,
as far as Adam Cole, I think it might come down to whether or not they will allow their stars to have Twitch and stuff like that again.
Well, he was already allowed to keep his channel. He already worked that out when he was with WWE. So. Yeah. I don't think that's a problem.
Right. No, yeah.
Now will be a new contract, so we'll have to see.
Yeah. Oh, no, trust me. I think Stephanie and Triple H and maybe Nick Khan are having those discussions. Be like, okay, we could do these third-party type of stuff so that way we can keep our employees happy, our talent happy,
Well, I had a lot of questions, too. Like, if they're going to allow now maybe former talent that are definitely most well known, by their name, whatever it was in WWE, to use that on the indie scene. Like, was that just a Vince thing, or is that a business thing? Like, we could really see some major changes. I want to see how the network changes too, and I want to see if we're all of a sudden allowed to watch certain things that are not that won't be censored in certain ways. And I wonder if they'll go back and change a lot of those weird little quirks that Vince had, because you'll notice, like, there's really strange phrases that are muted on lots of this old stuff. If you go back and watch it, like even a random SmackDown from like 2011, but there'll be some kind of sentence, that's somehow censored for some reason that doesn't make any sense, and it's just because it's some weird quirk that Vince has. So there's so many different changes. The first person I thought of though when this happened was Cody Rhodes, and I went, "Oh man, like, what does it feel like to be Cody Rhodes right now?" And then a few days later, Triple H becomes head of creative, and I went, "Oh my God, what is it like to be Cody Rhodes right now, out injured?" So he has to be brought back some way. So he needs like a brand new story when he comes back. And guess who's going to be writing it?
Of course.
And he's going to have to put up with this for another 2 years, unless everyone's actually cool and everything's fine.
Oh no, he said that, like, Cody Rhodes, when he did the interview, the first person he saw was Triple H when he came back, and they had like a lot. Cool. Yeah, no, they're cool. Like, he has like Cody Rhodes said he has a lot of respect for Triple H. So, of course, the whole throne thing was just like the gimmick thing. Like he had to do that. Just to like give a nudge to WWE. Kind of the thing. So
sure.
Come on now.
We'll know how Triple H feels when Cody Rhodes comes back, or if it's Stardust that comes back.
Oh no, I don't think. Okay, look, Triple H knows how to really work with people, talent-wise. He knew how to work with the people that don't know much. Like, look at how Bianca has risen to the top. Like, he became amazing. And he knows how to work with people that has already experience in the indies or in other places. Like, look at Asuka and look at Candice LeRae, So he knows how to balance it out. So I have a feeling that he'll know a way to, feature Cody, which,
yeah,
because like Cody Rhodes is giving us like a very old school kind of like wrestler, like that is needed in a while in WWE. So I think Triple H will know what to do with him. I mean, look, it gives like a lot of beneficial things for Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander, Ricochet.
God, please save Ricochet.
Hell, even Walter. Walter's now on the main roster. Now he'll probably go back to that winning streak that he had when he was in NXT UK.
That his name back.
Well, he enjoys the name. He kind of did an interview that he didn't mind it. So I have to send you the link so you could see.
I mean, the thing is, he's booked so dominantly. It's not like his character is so like, oh, that has to be his name. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
But he was just so booked so strong for so long, and then you just change his name. I don't know, man. Like, you wouldn't put Goldberg on a 200 whatever match streak and then change his name to Greg or whatever. Like, you wouldn't do that.
Can you imagine that? Oh, I mean, like how about Pete Dunne? Will he go back to Pete Dunne? But he was having fun with the whole Butch thing, So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions, man. Like, I want Heavy Machinery back. I want Tucker back. Give me back old Otis. Give me Tucker.
I don't know if he wants to like go through that again. I don't know. We'll see.
Tucker.
I
want him back.
No, but look. Also, it gives the chance of maybe Naomi and Sasha coming back. Now that Stephanie's in charge, and look, now Stephanie will have her dream. She said in an interview once, like a while back, that she wants as many women in the main roster as men. So she wants it all equal. So there's a chance they're going to probably be adding more women. So,
that'd be cool.
Do you think we get another all women's pay-per-view out of this as well?
Oh,
or do you think that's done?
No. I think they will. They're going to find a way. I think one thing that Stephanie wanted. Like, she was so happy with everything that the women were doing, because it was earned. So, so I think they will probably do another Evolution too.
And it'll be in Saudi Arabia, and the world will explode.
An all women's pay-per-view in Saudi? No.
God, can you imagine? Everyone loses their mind. World War III, instantly. The very next day, the same night.
Oh Lord. Now, I think everybody should know that Triple H just got it, so we have to give him some time to adjust everything. It's not gonna take overnight,
Right.
And So because like right now, like everybody's like, well, Raw looks the same. I was like, well, of course, because like they
It's
had to
been
still do
3 days.
exactly. You got to give the man a little bit of a break. He still has like a heart condition. He has to ease into it.
We have to get rid of Kevin Dunn too, and apparently that's going to take a year.
You think so? A year, really?
That's what I saw today. I don't know. Maybe that stuff. I think he's probably got one more year on his contract or something. But it's going to take a while to get rid of him. And honestly, you're not going to get a better, Freudian slip. You're not going to get a different looking product until he's gone.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Like,
I mean, like the cuts were a little different. Like they did do a lot of zoom outs. They didn't do a lot of like heavy cutting, when I saw Raw. So there's like little tweaks and stuff, they kind of were adding into it just to make it feel a little different. So
I mean, I don't mind like a couple of the things he does, like the cameraman shaking the camera up and down when somebody gets punched. Like, what? Okay, fine. Like you want to make that fun. I mean, I actually feel like some of the AEW segments backstage actually fall flat often because they don't do some of that stuff. But
and you just gotta love the memes that come up. Like, look at this,
oh God,
and it says long. This is what long-term storyline.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't. I just love it. Look.
I wouldn't even be mad if they did that. You know what?
No.
I wouldn't even be upset because it would be like, well, this is at least something with a lot of history that, that I remember the very beginning of.
Of course. That was like when I was like peak watching, when like Triple H and Stephanie got together. So I was just like, those
the drive-through marriage.
Yeah, that drive-through marriage and stuff. Like, oh my God. That's like, and also I'm what should I call it? I'm remembering about how they kind of like said about like when Stephanie gave birth to a girl, they didn't mention that it was Triple H's daughter as well. Those DX versus the McMahons, that was fun too.
That's all good stuff. I hope that they do something interesting. I'm sure they will.
Look, we got Shawn Michaels handling NXT. We got Triple H handling the main roster. Stephanie's handling business. I mean,
NXT stands to change the most in the immediate. I think Raw and SmackDown will take a minute, but NXT 2.0, it's just. Hey, I watched it this week. We were talking about it, last week. I might watch it tonight. Like, it's better. Mm-hmm. They're getting better.
Yeah, no, like it's you could tell that a lot of the people are green, so it's just like they need more reps in the ring and more camera time. So, but there's a lot of people that are, that are getting there. So, I mean, but also it gives a chance about like if Carmelo Hayes gets called up, Triple H will know what to do with him. If Shawn Michaels be like, hey, you want this guy? Okay, what is your plan with him? Like now there's going to be discussions instead of rushing him.
No
That's
way.
a good point. I mean, we don't have to now see the main roster as the path to obscurity.
Exactly. Now a lot of them will have like a plan when they go up to the main roster. Maybe they'll, it's just like, it's just like it's gonna take some time, folks. Okay, like I think I would give it the most is 6 months. You have to give it 6 months.
I mean, the one big story we're missing out of this too, let's not forget, is Vince is being investigated now, allegedly, for SEC crimes, not filing properly.
Like he used the money of his business to pay off his hookers. Like it's like, bro, you're like worth how much? You're like a billionaire. Like take off like a personal loan. It's just, oh my God. Sometimes some like rich businessmen, I just don't get how they think like that. I just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they want to get in trouble.
You think so?
Yeah, I think especially somebody like Vince that has been so on top of his game in his industry. He's been the man for wrestling for so long and so successful. Eventually, you get bored of winning. And so you start cutting corners. And look how long it took him to get caught still. It took him and that's just the stuff we know about.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if we go back to what was the referee's name that they had the accusation a long time ago?
Was it Rita something, right?
Yeah,
Rita?
this is back in the early 90s.
No.
So what? Why would we assume that never happened until the next time we heard about it? Because there's a big time gap there, and this is just the shit that we haven't heard about yet.
Look how he how he bypassed this the steroid trial. You know, it's just like there's like a lot of stuff that Vince has done that, of course, a lot of us like let it like slide. You know,
the law let it slide a lot.
Hmm.
You know, he's got great lawyers.
Because, you know what it is unfortunate because it's wrestling. So it's just like, oh, look, this is corny. This is like, circus type of stuff, acrobatics type of stuff. And they always love to use the word fake, So, so hopefully this will probably change their mindset and now who's taking over and stuff. But of course, since WWE has so much history, they just go back to that kind of, this is crazy.
And it's just going to change every day for the next couple of weeks.
I just don't want no more. I don't know how much more we can take.
Dark Side of the Ring will get a whole season out of Vince McMahon.
Yeah, like Dark Side of the Ring, they're probably just like, oh, we just got ourselves another season.
Yeah, you can do a whole season about this shit.
I can't wait for the HBO Sports special. I gotta see that. Like, they're doing an investigation on him too, so that's it's just there's gonna be even I want to see the documentary that they had on Netflix, but they're not taking. They should take that out just to see how it looks. Just to give it to Peacock then. Like, have us watch it on Peacock.
I mean, they might be pulling us so they can see how they can update it too.
Oh, that's true too. Like, do some little updates and stuff. So, this is crazy. This is so crazy.
It's pretty wild.
Now, I have a question for y'all. Do you feel like the talent should say thank you to him? To Vince McMahon?
I mean, that's such a
gray area.
You're talking about everybody.
No, not every. Well, most of them. I mean, there could be one or two that won't want to thank him. And maybe be quiet.
Well, that's the weird thing that's the hard thing with him. We know about all the bad stuff that. Well, we don't know about all of it, but we know about a lot more than we did even just a week ago, and we know about a lot of the negative stuff that's associated with him. But he did give a lot of careers and a lot of opportunities to a lot of people, and obviously, not everyone can be chosen to be at the top. And but also, you still have a job if you're a mid-carder or if you're enhancement talent even. So I mean, he's provided a lot of jobs for a lot of people for a long time, and he has been loyal to a lot of people.
Like, I understand John Cena not saying anything because he's now part of Hollywood, and that would probably be a little controversial for him to do that,
Sure. Well, that's my whole point. I mean, also think about how many people that maybe he had a scandal with that are still loyal to him. Like, they're just not upset about it. They're like, yeah, shit happened. I got paid. Whatever. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's at least one or two of those. I'm not going to name any names, but I mean,
we have an episode of Dark Side of the Ring about the airplane from hell. So, I mean, I don't know. I understand some talent thanking him because, of course, a lot of them got an opportunity. Like, I understand Bailey, like Pat McAfee. A lot of them thank Vince McMahon, so it's understandable. So,
and maybe to think too outside the box on this, but maybe it's, I mean, how long since the Me Too movement started? Like 6 years now? And it took a while for people to get to people like Ric Flair even. Like, imagine speaking out on being brave enough to speak out on Ric Flair, the GOAT. And then just a couple months later, then you make it to Vince McMahon. Like, maybe this is really a positive step for that movement, saying it doesn't matter like how high up. It doesn't even matter if you're Vince fucking McMahon. Like, we will get you for this shit. And maybe that's a good thing. It has to be.
Yeah. All it took is just money laundering and a sex scandal to take him down.
Who knew?
Who knew?
I had a pretty good idea. I just didn't have any proof or resources.
Yeah.
Or time to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just crazy right now. It's just never thought that this day. Well, of course, there's going to be some doubters be like, I don't believe he's gone. I think he is. You know, they kind of have to unalign themselves with Vince with this whole scandal because it's not looking good. And now they have to redo their books, WWE, with all the money. $14.6 million. That's crazy.
I wonder who's getting audited this year.
Shit.
I mean, come on. You just like that's coming next tax season, buddy.
Look, you don't play with the IRS, okay?
It's
Don't play
going
with.
down.
Let everybody pay your taxes, okay? I understand it's been a hard time, but still pay your taxes, everybody. So,
So real quick before we wrap up, yes or no? Does Vincent Kennedy McMahon get into the WWE Hall of Fame anytime soon?
He is the WWE Hall of Fame, but they're not going to put it. No, he doesn't. I don't think not next year. Hell no, no fucking way. You're gonna have to wait a couple years.
I'd give it 10 years.
You have to do it after he's dead. I hate to say that.
Oh no.
But also, I don't know. It's WWE though. Like you know, even with him not there, they're still WWE. So they might just do it next year. Who knows? Maybe just out of I don't know. Mm-hmm. There's so much of this. I do still think it's really interesting that Triple H has this quickly become head of creative because the first story coming out was that it was going to be Bruce Pritchard with Vince in his ear for the next couple weeks.
It's not going to change.
But you didn't hear anybody say anything negative about it. It just changed, which means all that happened
They
privately.
couldn't because he's kind of the boss in a sense.
Right. In a weird way. It's so many layers, man. Like there's just so much shit to unpack with this.
Look, Bruce Pritchard's probably be gone in the next 6 months. I'm sorry, but
I don't think so.
No. Like there's a story that Bruce and Stephanie they don't get along. So you think she wants to have that baggage again?
I thought that it was Kevin and Stephanie that didn't get along.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I imagine that Bruce is actually pretty cool with everyone because he's always been the mediator. But I could be wrong.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. You know, things can change. Maybe they didn't get along before, but now new roles.
Yeah.
No pressure of Vince to do anything. You know, you never know.
But I'm happy that Triple H is the person that's going to draw the line of who's going to get over and who's not. So he's going to do the finish. He's going to be the finish guy. So
yeah.
So yeah.
Did Laurinaitis get fired yet, or is he still on leave? Because why is he not fired yet?
No. They said that they future endeavored him. So yeah. But
they did. Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Of course. Come on. You know, after the whole scandal thing. Yeah. I think probably he's gonna get audited too. So,
I mean, I'm still gonna operate as if Vince is in charge when I think about a lot of these things for a long time. So it wouldn't surprise me if they just sent him on vacation and he showed up in a segment in 2 weeks. You know,
I feel so bad for the Bella's mom. She's married to him.
Oh God!
And she had to deal with the cancer and stuff. Like fuck. You know, like oh my God.
He's not gonna have a happy Christmas this year.
No,
it ain't happening.
Oh no! This year's Thanksgiving and Christmas is no.
Good God! You imagine being Daniel Bryan ever sitting across from John Laurinaitis at Thanksgiving dinner?
Think about the McMahon's Thanksgiving. I bet Vince is gonna be like, "Oh, so how's goes WWE?" And I bet Stephanie's just like, "It's going fine, Dad," and she doesn't say anything else. Damn it!
It's
Tell
work,
me
Dad.
something.
It's work.
You have to eat your spinach, Dad.
Wait. Can you imagine Vince not working? Like, I can't think of him not working. Like, he works 7 days a week.
Retired Vince. I mean, like, you know, God forbid that, like, you know, this actually does kill him because he's so used to working all the time, and then all of a sudden he decides to sit down in a recliner and just passes out watching an old episode of, you know, Shotgun Saturday Night or something like that.
No, he'll pass out with the new Raw that he's gonna see. He'll see Monday Night Raw. Damn it! I didn't ask for this. What is this shit?
Yeah, Ricochet's U.S. champion.
I used to work there.
Damn it, that's not what I want.
He did it wrong.
Oh God, I can just see it. Oh my God, I can't see Vince retire. He has to do something. He has to do something.
Well, that's like him watching an episode of NXT from 3 years ago. And he goes, "Oh, give me all your best guys on my roster. I'll show you how to make them look terrible."
Yeah.
All right. We got anything else to add before we lock it up for tonight?
Probably, but you should probably just cut us off because we could sit here and
No, all I'm just gonna
speculate
say to everybody that's
forever.
like watching and listening to us right now is just be patient. WWE will change. You just got to give it some time. Triple H just got the ball, so he'll need some time to learn how to dribble it. Really, do some passes and do some scores. So just give it some time, folks. That's all I gotta say.
Look forward to some really petty shit on Dynamite the next couple of weeks because you know it's coming.
Of course. Well, if Tony could speak with his talent, so
can't wait for the next cast around.
That's a different podcast episode.
Oh no, we have to discuss about that because, like WWE is getting some good news and AEW is getting some not so good news. So
yeah, I'm sad about the Jonathan Gresham thing. That's a bummer.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that another day. So yeah, so please join us, please.
Yes. All right, guys. Everybody have a good rest of your night.